Hi everybody, this is Lisa, and it's time again for another Verbling class. In this hour, it is a reading class, so we will be reading two articles that I found on the internet, and I posted the link over there in the Verbling chat, so you can click on that link if you want to check out the reading material. Two articles on finances and jobs and things like that. That's the topic. So if you have a reservation for this class, please click on the blue button that says get a reservation, and that happens in the first 2 minutes of the class. So if you want to get your reservation, you have to click on that button in the first 2 minutes of the class, and it is already 7 p.m. my time. I live in Washington State, so I'm in the Pacific time zone, and so let's see who's here. Raisa? Raisa, are you there? When you come into the Google Hangouts, you need to make sure that your microphone is turned on, and when I'm talking to you, we can also mute it when you're not talking. And the way that you find your microphone is to look up above the Verbling chat. There's some pictures up there, and one of them is a picture, an icon, we call it, of a microphone. If the microphone is red, then your microphone is muted, so when you are talking, I cannot hear you. If you want me to hear you and everybody else, then you have to click on the microphone and make it gray again, and that way we'll be able to hear you. So if you would like to join the class and you have a reservation, click on the blue Get Reservation. Otherwise, in about a minute or so, the green Join Class button will appear, and that is how you can join this class. Valerie in the Verbling chat is asking. Verbling, for those of you who are new and maybe coming to this site for the first time, Verbling offers many different ways to learn and practice your language. We offer English classes for free, and also Spanish classes, and there is a membership you can get, and that allows you to get a reservation, so you can make sure you get the classes you want. It's $25 a month for that, so that's less than $1, $1 American dollar per day, and so it's a pretty good deal if you're serious about using Verbling to help improve many aspects of your English, including reading like we're doing tonight, speaking, listening, writing even. So yeah, we have classes most every hour. Sometimes we have 2 or 3 classes during the same hour. Sometimes we just have one, but they're all at all times of the day and night. Okay, and we can have up to 9 people here in the Google Hangouts with us, and I think we might be full. So let's get started. We're going to start with introducing ourselves. We can make it short so we can get started more quickly. We have quite a bit of reading to do, and hopefully if we finish reading, then we can talk about it a little bit also. So I will start introducing myself. My name is Lisa. I'm one of the Verbling English teachers. I live in Washington State in the United States. And for me right now, it's 7 p.m., so 7 in the evening. But the time is, well, the sunlight is changing, so it's very sunny outside still, even though it's in the evening. So there's still sunlight and people outside. Okay, so I'm going to go over here to Amir Motan, sorry. Are you there?
My name is I'm from Palestine, and it's 5 p.m. right now.
Okay. I didn't hear you. Did you say your name Amr, did you say? Or?
Yeah, actually it's in Arabic. It's Amr. But
Amr?
I don't think you can say the first word.
I'll do my best. Okay. Amr. Okay, wonderful. Okay, Edson, how are you?
I'm fine,
Yeah,
thank
I'm
you.
fine.
Okay, good. And Edson, where are you from?
Well, I'm from Brazil,
Mm-hmm.
and it is 11 and 4 p.m. here.
Oh,
Just
okay.
to conclude what you said.
Yeah, good. Yeah, it's
Uh,
good. Hi, Maria Jose. Okay, and Eric Erickson, how are you? Eric, is your microphone on? George, how are you?
Hi, hi, teacher. I'm great, thanks.
Everybody where you're from, George, and what time it is where you live.
Okay, hello everybody. My name is Jorge. I'm from Colombia. And here is 9 p.m. and it
Okay.
actually is raining now.
It's raining?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Cool. Okay, Maria Jose, how are you?
I'm fine. I'm happy to be here again.
Oh, good. Yeah, long time no
Yeah,
see.
yeah. I was working, but I have like 7 days off.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah.
All right.
So I have to practice, and because I am a little rusty, my English is a little rusty now, I
What?
think.
Because all you speak is Spanish all day now?
Yeah, yeah. I have to. But when I have time, I listen to English music and watch
Uh-huh.
some videos
Cool.
to keep to don't lose the practice.
Uh-huh.
Lose
To
the
not
practice.
not
Yeah.
lose. Uh-huh. To
To
not
not.
lose it.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Great. Awesome. Well, I'm glad to see you again. It looks like you're doing well. Okay, I'm gonna go back over here to Eric. Eric, is your microphone working now? Because you said in the Verblink chat that you could hear me. You have to make sure your microphone is not muted. Okay, keep working on that. Okay, Felipe Ramos, are you there?
Hey, how are you?
Good, how are you?
You can hear me?
Yeah? Okay, hi
Okay,
Eric.
great.
Okay,
Hi.
good. You're good. Great. Now I can hear you. Okay, hold on, Eric. I'm going still with Felipe, but Felipe, your microphone was a little bit funky. What? Say something again. Tell us where you're from, Felipe.
Can you hear me?
Yes, good. Where are you from, Felipe?
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you. Can you hear me? Oh, Felipe. Can you hear me, Felipe? Okay, Felipe, we're having problems there. Raisa, are you there? Raisa? Okay, two people not sure about there. Okay, Valerie, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Okay, cool. Valerie, where are you from?
I'm from Peru.
Peru. Nice. Okay, welcome. And Xinyu, are you there? Xinyu? Is your microphone on? I can't hear you if it is. So I'm still not hearing Felipe or Reza or Xinyu. So I'm wondering, Felipe, your microphone
Can
looks to
you
be
hear me
on.
now?
Yeah, I can hear now. It's good. Good. And Reza, Pack.
Good.
Yeah, you're good, Felipe. I just got to get these two others going to make sure because we're going to be reading. So if you haven't yet opened up the document, it's best if you open up the document on your own computer so you can see it. I am going to put it here in the screen share, but sometimes it can be a little bit hard to see it on your computer, even though I made it big. So it's best if you open it yourself. That way you can switch back and forth between the two pages, the two windows. Okay? All right. So, Reza, are you there? Okay. All right. So I'm going to have to get rid of Reza. Okay, Xinyu, Are you there? Okay, so I'm going to wait and see. So there's one spot available now if you want to come in. I want to make sure that everybody has a chance who wants to be in the class and make sure that your microphone is working, because you are going to be reading out loud, and we won't hear you if your microphone is not working. Okay? So if you want to join the class now, before we get started, now just click on the green join class button, and then you will be able to join the class. Okay? So the way we do it is we're going to read these two articles together, meaning I'm going to read a little bit, and then you're going to read what I just wrote. Okay, good. Raisa, you came back. Let's see. Is your microphone working now?
Can you hear me?
That works really good now.
Can you hear me?
Yes,
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear us?
Finally.
Okay, good. Great. So for people who get reservations, if you have the premium membership or you're trying it out, you put your reservation in, but then you have to make sure that you come back in the first 2 minutes of the class in order to get it. That's the only time that the blue button is there. It's the first 2 minutes of the hour, and after that, then the green join class button comes up, and if there's still room in the class, then anybody can come in. Okay, so that's how that works. All right, so the title of the first article is called "And the Highest Paid College Majors Are," and those ... means like what's coming next. So it's kind of like a drum roll, like okay. So this is coming from the Wall Street Journal, written by this author Lauren Weber. So what I do is I highlight what I'm reading. When I am reading, your job is to listen and to read along with your eyes and to think about what words you may not understand and see if you can understand what I'm reading. And if you have any questions, then ask me the questions. I will read it, then I will ask one of the students to read it again, the same thing, so you can practice your pronunciation and your rhythm and everything, tone. And then I will go over some words that maybe not everybody knows what they mean. And if you have any questions, you can ask me anytime. Just turn on your microphone and ask. Okay, so the highest paid college majors. So a major is when you are studying at college or university. It's what you're studying. Might be biology, mechanical engineering, computer technology, history, English, French, whatever. Whatever the main topic that you're going to get your degree in, that is your major. Okay? Chris?
Hello.
Hello.
I'm from China.
Hi there. Now it's working. Okay. Was that Jinyu? How do you say your name?
My name is Yu.
Jinyu.
You speak my name correctly.
Okay, Jinyu. Okay, good. So you can hear me now, and we can hear you. Great. All right, we're gonna get started reading. I'm going to put the link up one more time in the VerbLink chat. Just make sure everybody can get to the page if you want to open that page. And then I will read. Christine Evans, 22, has wanted to be an engineer since before she can remember. Her father, a mechanical engineer, encouraged her to attack school projects with a systematic mindset from an early age, and she eventually followed in his footsteps, studying mechanical engineering at the University of Alabama. Okay, let's start over here with Amber. Amber?
Okay.
Go ahead and read that.
Kristen Evans, 22, has wanted to be an engineer since before she can remember. Her father is a mechanical engineer, encouraged her to attack school projects with a systematic systematic mindset from an early age, and she eventually followed in his footsteps, studying mechanical engineering at the University of Alabama.
University of Alabama, right. So whenever you say since before she can remember, it's telling you a long time ago. So when she can't remember when it was, maybe she was 10, maybe she was 12, it doesn't really matter, but it just means you're trying to tell the reader it was a very long time ago. So she has wanted to be an engineer for a long time. Her father was a mechanical engineer, and he encouraged her. So that means he told her, he helped her, he said, coached her. So when you encourage somebody, it's like you want to help them get what they want. So he encouraged her. For example, Maria Jose, we could say we encouraged you, we were encouraging you to help you improve your English. That means we wanted you to do it. Your mom encourages you to eat healthy foods. Your parents encourage you to study and do well, things like that. So systematic means something and you do it like step by step. So anytime she had a school project, to attack it means to go after it or to do it, basically, just to start to do it. In a systematic mindset, your mindset is the way you think about stuff. So he was teaching her from an early age to think about things systematically. That means like step by step. You want to understand how you're going to make your project. Not in a chaotic way, in a very planned and organized way. So she probably became a very organized type of person. Lots of engineers are very practical and organized. Okay, so eventually, that means, after a while, not right then, but eventually, after she grew up and she studied things, she followed in his footsteps. This is an English phrase, which means she basically did what he does. So if your father is a doctor and you become a doctor, you are following in his footsteps. And she went on to study the same thing that he does, which is mechanical engineering. Okay, if anybody has any questions, I'm just going over some of the words I think might help you make sure you understand the paragraph. But if you need other words described or defined, then let me know. The choice has paid off. After graduating this weekend, she'll take a few months off before starting a job at the development company of Exxon Mobil Corporation, XOM, in Houston, Texas, where she'll be earning nearly 6 figures. Okay. Edson.
Whoa. Just a second. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you fine. That's good.
Okay. Do I need to read the same thing that you read?
Exactly, yes.
Okay. The choice has paid off. After graduating this weekend, she will take a few months off before starting a job at the development company of Exxon Mobil Corp. in Houston, Texas, where she'll be earning nearly 6 figures, she said.
Yeah, good. So when we say something has paid off, that's an English expression. We want to say it worked. Sometimes we'll say things like all of your hard work paid off. That means like you studied a lot for your test, you went to class, whatever, and it had paid off. You did well on your test. So we have a student here, some of you might know Pedro. He recently was working on VerbLink to help him study and prepare for the TOEFL exam. And he passed it, and he did very well. And he got a score that he needed to be able to go study in an English-speaking country at a university. And so we could say that his hard work paid off. It means it worked for him. All the time he put in worked. He got what he wanted. So that's a very common English expression that we use. She'll be taking a few months off. That means she'll stop studying, and before she starts working, having a little break, little vacation. And then we've had this before when we're talking about money and finances and salaries. In America, 6 figures is a very good salary. So when somebody's saying nearly 6 figures, so quite 6 numbers, so 6 figures, the 6 figure, 100,000, but it could also 999,999. So when you're talking about 6 figures, this is the type of money that you're talking about. So it's less than $1 million because that would be 7 figures, but it's a lot of money. It's a good job if you're getting paid 6 figures. Okay. While college majors may seem irrelevant to employers who mainly want to hire young people who can think critically and communicate well, that doesn't mean all majors are created equal. Okay, Erickson. Eric? Sorry.
Edson.
Hello.
No. Hi, Eric.
Okay, hi. What college?
Oh, Eric. Oh, I'm sorry.
No problem.
Begin in while?
Yes, please.
Teacher?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. I seem relevant to employer who mainly want to hire young people who can think critically and communicate well. That doesn't mean all majors are created equal.
Right.
Continue?
Nope, let's just stop there for a minute. Hold on. So, while college majors may seem irrelevant to employers, so we're actually going to read the next article. Does talk a little bit about how sometimes your major doesn't really matter that much. So irrelevant means nowadays they don't really care what kind of major you had in college. They just want to know that you can think critically, you can look at something and not just believe it, but think about it and maybe question it. And you can also communicate well. You can speak well with others, get your point across, make people understand you, all that kind of stuff. But here's a very common English phrase. It doesn't mean all majors are created equal. That just means that not all of the majors are equally as good for getting jobs or for getting well-paying jobs, good-paying jobs. All right, so engineering grads is short for graduates. Engineering grads of 2013, like Evans, will still earn far higher salaries on average than the typical new college graduate, according to the latest salary survey from the National Association of Colleges and Employers, which releases reports on the earnings of new graduates 3 times a year. Okay, George?
Okay. Engineering grads of 2013, like Evans, will still earn far higher salaries on average than the typical new college graduate, according to the latest salary survey from the National Association of College and Employers, which released reports on the earnings of the graduates 3 times a year.
Mm-hmm. So basically what they want to say in this sentence is that they're still going to earn more money, and that's here, far higher salaries. This is how much money you make per month, not necessarily paid by the hour, like a job that's like a coffee shop or a restaurant or something like that, but you're paid a salary. That's your monthly payment, and that's on average. So basically, engineers are doing very well. A lot of other people who are still graduating from college but with other majors, they may get jobs, they may not even get jobs, but they certainly aren't getting as much money for their jobs. They're earning more. The The average, all right, let's see here. The average starting salary for a member of the class of 2013 is $44,928, up 5.3% from the previous year, driven by big gains in fields such as health sciences and business. But these figures are relevant only for those grads lucky enough to find a job during college recruiting season or soon after. Okay, Maria Jose?
Okay, the average starting salary for a member of the class of 2013 is 44.9. Oh my God, I always have problem with the numbers.
1,000. 44,000.
44,928.
Yep.
Okay, 28, up 50.3%,
5.3.
5.3% from the
Yeah.
previous year, driven by big gains in fields such as health science and business. But these figures are relevant only for those grads lucky enough to find a job during college recruiting season or soon after.
Mm-hmm. So this is a pretty good salary for a person who just got out of college and is starting. Some people maybe never make that much in their life in a year. So that might so that's a good starting salary. So and those are only for people who are graduating, who are qualified. That means they have the skills, the knowledge necessary to work in not just engineering but also health sciences. So like nurses and things, doctors of course, business. And that's what it says here. They're only relevant, or they only matter for those people, those graduates, lucky enough to find a job. So obviously some people still in the United States and I think elsewhere in the world are graduating and they're very ready to work, but they're still not finding jobs. This word right here, recruiting, college recruiting season, that means when a company comes to a college and they are looking for employees, people that will be able to work for them, they are recruiting. So sometimes you get a job that way. They come specifically to your college. Maybe they're looking at all the graduates who are in a certain department like nursing or engineering or IT or something like that, and they recruit you to come and work for them. All right. A recent report from the Department of Labor looked at data from 2007 to 2011 and found that 13.5% of bachelor's degree holders were unemployed a few months after their 2011 graduations. Bleak, but far better than the 17.6% unemployment rate among that group in 2009. Okay, Felipe.
Okay, can you hear me well?
I can, yes.
All right. A recent report from the Department of Labor looked at data from 2007 to 2011 and found that 13.5% of bachelor's degree holders were unemployed a few months after their 2011 graduations. Bleak, but far better than the 17.6% unemployment rate among the group in 2009.
Thanks. Okay, so basically there's still quite a few grads with bachelor's degrees. That means if you're a holder, it means you have a bachelor's degree, who were unemployed a few months after they graduated. But it's less than what was happening in 2009. This word bleak is used to describe like your outlook for something. So often you'll hear it said with the outlook is bleak. So it means that it's not good. So if you're graduating and you're reading things in the newspaper that says, you know, it's bleak out there for bachelor degree holders, that means it's going to be hard to get jobs, but it's not as hard as it was a few years ago. Okay. Engineers took 7 of the top 10 spots in NACE's April survey, with petroleum engineers, a category added this year, earning the most, with average starting salaries of $93,500. Okay, Reza.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Great.
Okay. Engineers took 7 of the top 10 spots in NACE April survey, with petroleum engineers, a category added this year, earning the most with average starting salaries of $93,500.
93,500. Yes.
Yes, sorry.
No problem. Okay, so basically, petroleum engineers are topping the. Petroleum obviously is about finding oil in whatever possibilities that might be. And so those jobs, because oil is obviously a very important commodity for people to live a modern day life, they are earning quite a bit of money. Okay, the survey is based on data from 400,000 employers gathered from government and private sources. The data reflects actual starting salaries, not offers. Okay, let's see, Valerie.
The survey is based on data from 400,000 employers gathered from government and private sources. The data reflects actual starting salaries, not offers.
Yeah. So the survey, a survey is studying all this information, or what we call data. And they gathered it, so they collected it from government and private sources, so businesses and also governmental agencies. And the data reflects or shows, or it represents, we could say, actual starting salaries, not offers. So sometimes when they're recruiting you, they might make you an offer, and they might tell you that it's going to be more or less, and then when you actually start, it may be more or less what they said. So it's not always, the offer isn't the important part, it's what you actually get paid. Other than engineering majors, the list of highly paid grads includes computer science majors, management information systems / business majors, and finance majors. Okay, Jinyu.
Other than engineering majors, the list of highly paid grads includes computer science majors, management information systems (SNAS), business majors, and finance majors.
So there's some other majors here that are getting paid good money too. Probably you guys also have heard a lot of programmers, people working in computer sciences, management information systems, people who know how to deal with databases and things like that, and of course business and finance. Those people are always tend to make good money. Engineering salaries rose on average 4% over the previous year to $62,535, but other industries saw larger increases. Those majoring in health sciences will see a 9.4% increase over last year, while business majors' salaries will rise 7.1%. Okay, Rose, are you ready to read?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead. Yes. Uh-huh.
Engineering salaries rose on average 4% over the previous years to 62,535, but other industries saw large increases. Those majoring in health science will see a 9.4% increase over last year, while business majors' salaries will rise 7.1%.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
can you repeat industries?
Industries.
Industries. Okay.
Industries. Yep.
Industries.
So
Thank you.
yeah, sure. So basically, in the United States, I'm not sure if this is for other countries right now, but what is happening in the United States is a lot of people are getting older. So there was a time, I think in the 50s, when a lot of people were born, and this was known as the those babies were known as the baby boomers, and baby boomers are now coming in their 60s. A lot of them are retiring, and of course, what's happening in the United States is we actually have, in some states, in some towns, there's a shortage of qualified people for certain things like nursing. So if you are a person in the United States who wants to make sure you get a good job and make a good salary, that's a good choice to go into the health sciences, because so many of our population right now are needing these services. So knowing how to do operations, knowing how to take care of people, eye doctors, just all different areas of health. The grads seeing the smallest pay bump are humanities and social science majors, whose starting salaries inched up 1.9% to $37,058. In the industry with the most hiring, educational services, which includes teaching and special education among other professions, employers pay average salaries of $39,992 to the 455,000 new graduates they hire. Okay, back over here to Emer.
Okay. The grads seeing the smallest pay bump are humanities and social science majors, whose starting salaries edged up 1.9% to $37,058. In the industry with the most hiring educational services, which includes teaching and special education among other professions, increased the average salaries of $39,992 to the $455,000 new
Yeah,
graduates they hire.
right, good. Okay, a pay bump. A pay bump means a little increase. So a bump, like if you have a bump in the road, it's just a little hill that you go over. Like if you're driving your car and there's a little bump in the road. So when you use it this way, it's meaning just a little bit. So they're not really getting much more. They're inching up. So that means that's another way to describe up very little. So they make this much, $37,058. And a lot of teachers are also being hired, especially in areas of special education, for example, working with students who have specific problems. And that's all. So here's the list of the top 10 majors with starting salaries. So I'm wondering if we could go. We're going to start here with Edson, and everybody just take one at a time. I think you can see who's next. It's Edson, then Eric, then George, then Felipe, like that. And this way you guys can practice saying those numbers, which can be tricky. Okay, so Edson, go ahead, read the first one.
Petroleum engineering.
Yeah.
N- Nine, 90, no.
93.
Sorry, 93,000
Mm-hmm.
and 500. I
Right.
mean 93, right? 93,000
Mm-hmm.
and 500.
Right. 93. I always tell my kids too, like whenever you see this tells you to say the thousand. So you say this first, 93,000, and then this 500. Okay.
500.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. The next one, Eric.
Computer engineer, $71,700,000.
$71,700. Yeah.
Okay,
Okay. Yeah.
$71,700. That's correct.
Yes, 71,000. Yeah, you don't. Yeah, you can say "and" if you want, but you don't even need to. You can say $71,700.
Okay, thank you, teacher.
Okay, and George, the next one.
Okay. Chemical engineering, 67,600.
67,600.
600. Okay.
Yeah, 600. Okay, next one, computer science, Felipe.
Computer science, $64,800.
Yep, $64,800. Okay, next one, Reisa.
Mechanical engineering,
No, the
64.
next one. This one. Aerospace.
Okay. Aerospace, aeronautical, astronautical engineering, 64,400.
Yeah, good. Okay, and the next one, Rose.
Mechanical engineering, $64,000.
Yep, good. And Valerie, the next one.
Electrical, electronics, and communications engineering, $3,400.
Yep. Okay, is it new?
Management information system slash business 63,100.
Yep, good. Okay, Amer. Engineering.
Engineering technology, 62,200.
Okay, and I'll read the last one. Finance, 57,400. Okay, so I want you guys to know these are really top salaries. Of course, people in the United States who might be very famous, movie actors, singers, top athletes, basketball players, football players, things like that, they can make a lot more money. But if you're a college graduate and you studied something academically, and this is a really good salary. Most people never make this amount of money per year, but you can if you have those skills. Okay, we have time, I hope, to read this next one because this is a little bit different but related. It's talking about your college major is a minor issue, employers say. So basically, if something is a minor issue, it's not important. So I'm going to try to read a little more quickly now, and then I'm going to have people read. So, college students, here's a tip. Your major doesn't matter as much as you think. So says a new survey by the Association of American Colleges and Universities, in which 93% of respondent employers cite critical thinking, communication, and problem-solving skills as more important than a candidate's undergraduate major. Okay, Edson.
Okay. College students hear that tip. Your major doesn't matter as much as you think. So says a new survey by the Association of American Colleges and University. Oh, in university in which 93% of respondent employers see critical thinking, communication, and problem-solving skills as more important than a candidate of an undergraduate major.
Yeah. So basically, these are the important things that employers are saying. So critical thinking, communication, and problem-solving skills. More important than your undergraduate. So your undergraduate major is in the United States, is usually your first degree, your first 4 years of college. If you go and get a master's degree, that's called a graduate major or graduate degree, if you get the degree. Okay, here's going to be a lot of numbers here. The survey, which rounds up responses from 318 companies that hire new graduates, including Raytheon, 0.86%, Principal Financial, 2.03%, and Boston Scientific 1.05%, found that firms want well-rounded candidates because they're filling positions with broader responsibilities, 93%, and more complex challenges, 92%, than in the past. Okay, Eric. Eric?
There is a being disconnect. Okay. Because it's correct. Because, teacher.
Oh, okay.
Because they are filling position with broader responsibilities.
Right here, the survey. No.
Okay. Okay.
Wait. Eric, that's not where we are. We're right here. The survey which rounds up right here. Yeah.
Okay.
You see it?
Okay. The survey. Okay. The survey which round
the survey. Yep.
The survey which round up response from 318 companies that hire new graduates, including Radium, RTNs, plus 0.86%, principal financing, PFG plus 2.03%, and Boston Scientific's BCX plus 1.05%, found that firms want well-rounded candidates because they are filling positions with broader responsibilities, 93%, and more complex challenges, 92%, than in the past.
So the survey, which rounds up, that just means gather. So they gather together the answers to the survey, the responses from all these, and basically they're looking for people who have more different types of responsibilities than in the past, and also have to deal with complex challenges. So things are getting a little bit more difficult in certain businesses, and so they need people who are what we call well-rounded. It means they know a lot about a lot of different things. They're not just really focused on one thing. And so it doesn't really matter what their major was. It matters more their life experience and stuff. As a result, problem solving and communication skills, and not business majors, top hiring managers, As a result, problem solving and communication skills, and not business majors, it should say, are on top hiring managers' wish lists. There's been a big disconnect between what employers say to educators and what the public and policy leaders believe matters in college, says Carol Geary Schneider, president at the Association of American Colleges and Universities, an association that advocates for undergraduate liberal arts education. Okay, we have a bunch there. Okay, Maria Jose?
Okay. As a result, problem solving and communication skills and not business majors are on top hiring managers with which list. There's been a big disconnect between what employers say to educators and what the public and policy leaders believe matters in college, says Carol Geary Schneider, president of the Association of American Colleges and Universities, an association that advocates for undergraduate liberal arts education. Major is only
okay, stop there. Okay, so this is always an ongoing conversation between business and educators, and that is, do you educate people because you want to expand their minds and make them better people, well-rounded people, or do you want them just to get better jobs and make more money? So this is where we talk about the big difference between what employers say to educators and what public and policy leaders believe matters. So a lot of times there's what we call a disconnect. They're not on the same page about trying to figure out what is important. So this is an association that advocates for means they support people having a liberal arts education. A liberal arts education is where you learn history, literature, philosophy, languages, things like that, political science, not just the hard sciences or technology. So some people think, you need to be more we call it well-rounded when you have information and skills in many different areas. A major is only part of the portrait for a job applicant, she says. To be sure, some majors offer more earning potential than others, as we've discussed here and here. Okay, those are some links. But that has more to do with the industries in which graduates land jobs than with employers' personal preferences regarding transcripts. Okay, Felipe.
Uh, a major is only part of the portrait for a job applicant, she says. To be sure, some majors offer more earning potential than others, as we've discussed here and here, but that has more to do with the industries in which graduates land jobs than with employers' personal preferences regarding transcripts.
Okay, part of the portrait. A portrait is like usually, so it's part of the picture. When you have, if you're an employer and you're looking at somebody's resume and you're wondering, are they going to be good? You want to hire them. One of the things they look at might be your major, but they also want to know things about you, and that's the grades. So they might care about your major and your grades, but they also might have personal preferences for what they might want you to have. Okay. Meanwhile, 95% of respondents say they prioritize skills that can contribute to innovation. What those skills might include can be a bit fuzzy, though, as innovation can be an overused and ill-defined buzzword in corporate circles. Okay, Reisa?
Meanwhile, I can
Meanwhile?
see the text. Okay. Meanwhile, 95% of I can see the text.
How come?
I cannot see. Okay. Because I see Eric pictures.
Oh, click on my. You have to click on my. Click on my box down here in the Google Hangouts.
Okay. Meanwhile, 95. I can't see. Oh my god.
You have to keep clicking on it so that it stays there.
Raíssa, clica no nome dela, na imagem dela lá. Clica no nome dela. Tá vendo as fotos? Clica na foto dela.
Yep. You have to click on my picture down here in the Google Hangouts or open it in your page. That's why it's better to have it open.
I just see the picture of Eric.
Yeah, because if I click on Eric's picture, then I see him. If I click on your picture, then I see you. If I click on Felipe, then I see him. You have to click on my picture. And my picture is what I'm screen sharing right now. So you have to click on mine.
Okay, I see now.
Okay.
Meanwhile, 95% of respondents say they prioritize skills that can contribute to innovation. What those skills might include can be a bit fuzzy, though as innovation can be an overused and well-defined buzzword in corporate circles.
Okay, great. Yes. So respondents are the people who they answered the survey, and they're saying that they prioritize. Prioritize means when you put something ahead of something else, when it's something that's more important to you. So they prioritize skills that they think can contribute or lead to or help out with innovation. Innovation is kind of it's kind of a hard word to define. Like, what do you mean by innovation? And that's what they're saying. It could be a little bit fuzzy. If something is a little bit fuzzy in terms of what it means, then you don't really know. because it can be an overused word. You hear it a lot, and words that you hear a lot are called buzzwords. You hear them like, oh, authentic or real or whatever, but people say them a lot, but you don't necessarily know what they're talking about, and especially in corporate circles. That means in circles of people, groups of people who work in corporations or in the corporate world, we say. So a lot of people are all about innovation. Innovation means something new. So of course, in business, oftentimes, if you're the first person to come up with something in the market and you present it to the market, you might make a lot of money because it's new and it's innovative. So of course, businesses are always looking for people who might be able to find something new that they can offer to people, to sell to people, or new technology to, get something, to make something better so that you can do it better. That's what innovation is. And if you have a company with a lot of people who are really smart and can do a lot of new things, then that will be good for your company. The survey is part of a broader push by AAC&U to better match school instruction with actual employer needs. More than 200 college presidents and employers are pledging to support a liberal arts education, expand access to hands-on learning, and better track schools' success in achieving learning goals like complex problem solving. Okay, Rose.
Okay. The survey is part of a broader push by AAC&U to better match school instruction with actual employer needs. More than 200 college presidents and employers are pledging to support a liberal arts education, expand access to hands-on learning, and better track schools' success in achieving learning goals like complex problem solving.
Good. So again, here's this word broader, a bigger or wider push. So it takes into consideration a lot of people maybe, or a lot of schools, so it's broad. Yeah, so basically they just want to make sure that when kids or students are going to college, that they're learning things that are going to help them get jobs. So they want to be able to make sure that they are expanding access. That means making sure more people can have this type of learning, hands-on learning, where you're actually doing, not just reading things out of books. And you can track your success, and you can work on problem solving, complex, simple problems, but difficult, complex means lots of parts, lots of things to think about. Schools have plenty of room for improvement. Just 56% of employers expressed satisfaction with the job colleges are doing to prepare graduates for workplace success. And while 67% believe college graduates have the skills and knowledge needed to succeed in entry-level positions, just 44% think graduates have what is required for any real advancement in their organizations. Okay, Valerie?
Schools have plenty of room for improvement. Just 56% of employers express satisfaction with the job colleges are doing to prepare graduates for workplace success. And while 67% believe college graduates have the skills and knowledge needed to succeed in entry-level positions, yes, 44% think graduates have what is required for any real advancement in their organizations.
Right. So not a lot of employers are happy with the skills of the graduates, and they're saying that a lot of them are ready for maybe entry-level positions. So this would be like your first job where you just you don't have a lot of skill, but you're just working at the lowest level. And some of them are going to be able to have advancement, but everybody. So they're also wanting people to have better skills. One interesting tidbit from the survey is surging demand for, or at least acceptance of, electronic portfolios, which looks something like this. So you can click there. Let's see. This year, 83% of employers said the digital files would be useful, up from 56% in 2008. The tools being adopted at schools, including Clemson University and Salt Lake Community College, can add depth to a candidate's resume. For example, an e-portfolio can include a video clip for presentation to showcase oral communication skills, or a group project can be tagged as meeting a school's required teamwork competency. Okay, Jinyu, last bit here.
Hello, teacher. Can you
Okay.
hear me?
Yeah, read.
One interesting tidbit from the survey is surging demand for or at least acceptance of electronic portfolios, which look something like this. This year, 73% of employers said the digital files would be useful, up from 56% in 2008. The tools being adopted at schools, including Clemson University and Salt Lake Community College, can add depth to candidate's resume. For example, a portfolio can include a video clip from a class presentation to showcase oral communication skill, or group project can be tagged as meeting or school's required teamwork competency. Oh, it's very difficult.
Yeah, yeah, it's good. Okay, so yeah, on your resume, it might be better than just looking at your paper transcript if you had an e-portfolio. So this would be able to be like digital files, video clips, pictures, slideshows, something like that, that would show your different competencies. That means how well you can do certain things. So it'll show your skills, because employers are looking for. So the class time is over. I want to thank everybody, but Maria Jose, I wanted to ask you, because you're the person I know who has recently got a job after graduating. How do you feel about how well were you prepared in your studies at college?
Well, I think that my first job is quite easy compared with the knowledge that I have at at CUR. Yeah, that I have.
Yeah,
acquired.
Yeah.
But I am looking for a new job. So
okay.
I think that this week I have a job call.
Okay, job interview.
Job interview with Halliburton. So I hope that I have the right skills to be part of this team.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Yep, that's what the big thing is in the United States, and these two articles are basically talking about is, you know, people want to go to college, and you depend on going to college to get the skills you need to get your job, but it's not always true that you have the right ones that the employers are looking for. So I think it's important nowadays for students to know, if you know what kind of job you want, maybe go to those companies and find out what kinds of things do you want me to know how to do so I can work for you. You know. So
yes.
Yeah. So it's a learning curve, we say. Everybody's learning, so. Okay, guys, thanks for coming to class and for reading. I hope it was interesting for you. There were lots of vocabulary words in there, lots of English expressions, so if you didn't understand it very well and you want to go back and read it and look some things up in your own language maybe, or listen to the video again, my explanations, it would be a good article to work with to get those in your, well, as we say, under your belt. Means you understand them and you use them yourself. Okay. All right. Thanks, everybody. We'll see you
Thank you.
another
Thanks for
time.
Thanks,
class.
Lisa.
Take care.
Okay. Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye.